I'm really excited about Mists of Pandaria releasing tomorrow. It has been a long time coming. And, the dev team unbelievably kicked ass on this thing. And I'm excited for their project to be played. I'm excited for the world to see what they built. I'm excited for the world to really see all the artistry and passion and brains and blood, sweat, and tears that went into building this thing. A lot has happened since the end of Cataclysm, since the Demon Soul patch where, Thrall and the dragon aspects took down Deathwing finally and kind of chilled out the aftershocks of the Cataclysm. In the wake of all of those events, tensions between the Alliance and Horde have reached a fevered pitch. Those who have read a recent novel called Tides of War that featured Jaina Proudmoore, where Garrosh Hellscream is bent on conquering all of Kalimdor for the Horde. The Horde Armada is cordoned off Kalimdor, so the Alliance fleets are coming in to break through and support their allied races on Kalimdor. And there's ships and destroyers and battle cruisers all over the ocean. Horde and Alliance kind of countering each other on the high seas. And it's very much in that context that, Pandaria, finally is revealed again back to the real world, right? The Mists of Pandaria part, and suddenly there's this really wondrous land.
Certainly we bridged the gap from a story and lore perspective between Cataclysm and Mists of Pandaria. However, from a visual perspective, I feel like we were really trying to strike a different chord, specifically because we are talking about a continent that's been hidden for so long. There really is no need to tie the two together other than the fact that it's in WoW and it should look like it's in WoW. So I think we kind of set that aside and went, let's paint a different picture here. Let's use this as an opportunity to really take a step back from the craziness that happened in Cataclysm. It's, introduce a new, beautiful, kind of calming environment and take a breath in our timeline, and then also make sure that we have that underlying theme of death and destruction and everything you've become accustomed to with WoW. We've worked hard, obviously, on this, as we do with any expansion, but I think this one has been different just because it's so dear to everyone on the team. From the time that Sammy originally concepted what the Pandaren were to now where we're a day away from actually releasing it to the world. For me, it's just that hope that everyone enjoys playing it as much as we've enjoyed actually experiencing, figuring out how we're going to describe this thing.
It's more than just a video game. It's more than just this project we work on, for long periods of time. It's a vehicle through which we engage with the world, through our community, through the players and the people that love the fiction or the raiders, the PvP players, right? All sorts of different types of WoW player out there, but we're all kind of united by this space, that we spend a lot of time in, and that's a very special thing.
Without the community, WoW just wouldn't be what it is. So while the team certainly has poured themselves into this project, the community has as well, and that's obvious. And without fans as passionate and excited about this thing as our fans are and our community is, I think we just wouldn't have that same drive on the team to do what we do on a day-to-day basis.
Reminds us, why we're doing this. Sure, it's a job, sure, we got a company to run, we got a product to put out, but that's not the point. The point is truly engaging people with art and taking people, on an adventure and sharing stories and, dwelling, co-dwelling in realms of imagination. That's what it's about.
I know that our whole team appreciates how passionate people are about the game, and we just really want to thank everyone for sticking with us on this crazy ride.